Right, I'm out today, heading off to Northwich, then across to Whitchurch, then down to Tarporley. I'm going to call in at J&S on the way. After the last time I was out, and the Ghost X on the front decided not to record, I've kind of come out more than belt and braces really. I've got the Ghost X on the front, the same one that failed last time. I've got a Drift Stealth under the nose cone, just in case. But I've also brought an experiment. I've got a battle camera on the on the left-hand side. It came from China, cost a tenner. Not sure if it's waterproof or anything like that. But if I'm going to have a camera that's not going to work, why would I pay 100 quid for it? So if I can get a camera that works and only costs me a tenner and I can experiment a lot more with camera positions and what have you, I'll be happy. Although of course, I'd be delighted if the Drift Ghost X just did what it was supposed to do and recorded. So I've kind of covered myself a bit. Of course, I've still got the Ghost S on my crash helmet, and which will be recording the voice and also points forward as it happens. Then facing backwards, I've got another Ghost X that's also attached to my crash helmet. I'm experimenting with that one a bit today. I've got 3 positions down the right hand side of my crash helmet to hold a Ghost or a Drift camera, and I'll put it on the lowest one today. I did try this before, but it was when I had an older jacket. It wasn't a particularly good fit. And as I was riding down the road, the shoulders filled with air and flapped about in front of the camera. Not sure if that's going to happen today. And this lot feels a lot tighter. So I just want to see what the footage looks like from that rear camera in that position. If it works, happy days. I'm also wearing another base layer set today. Got them from FDX on eBay for £20 for a shirt and a pair of leggings. So now I've got 2 sets of base layers, which is fine. I'd ideally want 3 if I'm going to be going away anywhere, so probably need to get 1 more set. Ooh. They do feel a little bit warmer. Kind of weird when I put them on. I wandered about the living room in just those, for those who really didn't want the image in the first place. It's kind of, if you move around, they go cold. If you stand still, they warm up. So in principle, I should be warm because I'm not exactly moving. To be fair, they do feel okay. I feel a bit Michelin-manish today. That's because I couldn't find my fleece. And so I went scrabbling around the house trying to find what I needed, and I found a fleece jacket with a, oh, what do they call them? There's a liner to it, I remember the name. Oh, quilted liner, that's what it's got. Well, it's thicker, and by the time I get this jacket on over the top, there's barely any room to move in here. And I am kind of warming up nicely. Not a bad day neither. It's not raining, which is not a bad thing. Too late. So a total of 60 miles is what I was going to be doing today. Then I'm going to go and visit my mate in hospital. He had a heart attack a week and a half before Christmas, and he has to stay put until they do the open heart surgery. He needs a triple heart bypass. Poor sod. But they did let him out on Christmas Day to go home and have his Christmas dinner, minus the alcohol. So I'll go and see him today, see how he is. This is the first time I've used the sat-nav on its new holder. I have to admit, I like the location a lot better. I did have some concerns about the actual attachment to the bike. It doesn't have anything on it you can use a spanner to tighten it up. And I was thinking, that's going to come adrift. And in actual fact, that's what it did. 3 miles away from home, sat nav spun round out of sight. So what I've done is I've used the sat nav mount itself and tightened it up as hard as I could, and then pushed it. So hopefully that's got it tight enough. It hasn't moved for about the last sort of 5 or 6 miles anyway. I'd like to thank you all for your Christmas messages. Hope you all had a great day. Hope it's kind of quite peaceful for you. I hope none of you had to go to work. Mine was a little bit busy. I did all the cooking all day and all the other stuff that goes with it, so I'd say I was run ragged for most of the day, but it's pretty much the way Christmas Day goes. Been a bit more chilled since. Boxing Day wasn't a bad day. I was in work yesterday, but I went into work feeling pretty good, as it happens. Not much in the way of being tired or nothing, it was alright. It's unusual for me. I think Paul had a slightly similar busy day. I had a bit of a cold on the run up to Christmas, and I passed that on to my missus, who had it Christmas Day and still has it now. I'm popular, as you can imagine. I am aware some of you will have been spending Christmas Day on your own. I've done that myself. For me, it was a happy thing to do. I enjoyed myself. Didn't have to move really. I did have Christmas dinner, I did do myself a breakfast, I did have tea, and I did sit there watching telly all day, only getting out of bed to go and cook something to eat, and I did have the full Christmas dinner and everything. But for some of you that might not have been such a joyous thing. It's always a shame, but I hope you made the best of the day. It's not a bad day to be out at all. Roads feel a bit greasy. And of course those tyres I've got, as much as I really like them, they are getting on a bit now. They have done 7.5. So they don't feel the same as they did when I first bought them. Now my waypoint here, a bit of an oddball, and in fact the sat nav is telling me I've got to turn up here and then by the looks of it turn around and come back again, which I'm not going to do. I'm just going to stop and delete that waypoint. Do that about here where everybody can see me. Has it gone past it and missed it? Oh, that's fine. No one needs me to do anything with it. That's handy. The sat nav mount is properly tightened up by now by the looks of it, because the sat nav hasn't moved for 10 or 12 miles. I'll give it another go when I get home. I've got a spare buckle for mounting a sat nav on with a ball, so I'll use that. Get it up tight. And also a bit of a Christmas present. I bought from Debenhams, because that's what the gift card was for. I got a pair of waterproof trainers. All of my trainers bar one pair that water through, and the one pair that I've got that doesn't, I wore pretty much every day for a year and a half, so they're kind of a bit wrecked. I also bought a jumpery type thing. They say it's a base layer. I'm hoping it'll be a little bit looser, or wear it over the top of the actual base layers that I've got. And I got a windproof fleece. I think once I've got that, I've got 3 fleeces, this one included, which admittedly is a bit... let's just say it's a bit of a snug fit by the time I get all the gear on. I've got the one from Marks and Spencer's, which is a bit thinner than this. And then the one from Debenhams, which I think makes up 3 sets. If I then go and get another base layer set, and I've got 3 lots of everything, be happy with that. I also have the good fortune to have been working for my current company for 20 years, and they gave me a gift voucher which I took for Amazon. And I've bought a new tent. I was after the Slummit. But I can't use a voucher to go and buy off Slummit. Although I can buy a tent off Amazon. And they didn't have the Slummit at all. What they did have was one by Quido. 3-man tent. The reviews for it were quite good. It's a double skin tent, and it's a direct competitor for the Slummit. So I bought one in black. That's due to arrive on Monday. I also went looking on eBay for a replacement screen for the Ghost HD that I've got. Couldn't find a screen, but I did find another Ghost HD for not a very bad price at all. So I bought it. Means I got half a dozen drift cameras now. It'd be good if one of them worked, wouldn't it? The Stealth 2 I'm happy with. That works an absolute bloody treat, and I like the position I put it in as well. The Ghost S I've been happy with since I bought it. I've had it a year and a half. It's a cracking camera. Don't see any issues with it at all. The Ghost XL that I'm using pointing backwards, so far, that has always recorded. So I'm not having any issues with that one at the moment. The old Ghost HD, I'm still going to have to do something with that. I can really only use it in the dry weather because of that cracked screen. And it does have a habit of misting up the lens. I'm going to have a look at that. Paul says I can take the lens off and put an anti-mist coat on the inside. I might have a look at that. I'll call it new. The new Ghost HD hasn't been used yet, so I've no idea what that's going to be like. Try that next time I'm out, I think. But not under the nose of the bike. I'll end up smashing that the same as I smashed the old one. So the Quido tent is pop-up, or fast pitch, depending which word you want to use. You basically unbag it, flatten it out on the ground, lift the frame up and push a button, and all the poles snap into place, so you end up with a 2-layer tent already set. What you got to do is peg it down. It's got a fitted ground sheet all the way up to the door as well, which will be handy. I'll still keep the Coleman I've got because I like that tent. I like it quite a lot as it happens. But because it takes half an hour to set up, it's something I'm probably going to use when I'm going to stay on a campsite for a few days. If I find the Quido does the same job, then Coleman will have to go, which will be a shame. The other thing I like about the Coleman is it fits in my pannier. And since most of my camping gear is quite small now, a tent that fits in the pannier might not be such a bad idea. So I don't know. I'll see how I feel about it. But I do like that tent. Doesn't have a ground sheet in the porch area, but while I was having a bit of a tidy out the other week, I found a small piece of tarpaulin. we go to the Orkney Islands, we won't be staying at a campsite more than one night. So I'll use the Queedo for that. That'll be the first chance I get to see what it's like and work out how good, bad or indifferent it is. Now to admit, I am feeling kind of quite warm at the moment. Quite nice. It's good to be out in the winter again. I used to do it all the time. Sun's always a bit low in the sky this time of year, isn't it? That was one bend where the tyres showed their age. One of the things I liked about these tyres when I first had them fitted is you didn't really know they were there. They didn't intrude on your riding at all. You just decided what you wanted to do and the tyres did it. But just at that bend, they kind of resisted the direction I wanted to go in. Not too much, but enough to be noticeable. So they're kind of getting to be a bit ordinary now. I have no issues with it. It's after 7,500 miles, I don't think I've ever had a set of tyres that have lasted that long. So I find it hard to complain. I am still happy to be out, so why would I worry? You wouldn't believe this was a 30 limit, would you? So now I've done 25 miles out of the total of 60 miles I was aiming to do to get to J&S, so about halfway. Well, coming up to halfway would probably be more accurate. Mini Zoo. Wonder what they do, apart from keep animals. Okay, so what I'm coming on to now is listed on my sat nav as the Northwich bypass. So I'll take it. I'm near Northwich. Yep, there we go, Northwich. Nice flats then. I always find I need a lot of room though. I'm not really sure I would have coped if I'd bought that flat I'd seen in Widnes. When I found myself throwing a load of stuff away or putting in wall to ceiling shelves instead of wallpaper. Here's where it starts to get a little bit fun. I think I'm actually going through the town centre. I don't think I put waypoints in. Is it this? Davenport Avenue. Yeah, it is. I think there must be something wrong with my perception of distance. I said I had a turn to do in 80 yards, and I was looking at it and thinking that's never 80 yards. Well, it was. Yeah, Northwich town centre over there by the looks of it. So that says 70 yards. It doesn't look anything like 70 yards. Bridge Road is what I want next. Oh, well done. So this, again, doesn't look anything like 80 yards. But it is, because there it says over there, Shrewbridge Road. Nice little spot to live with that park directly across the road from you. A little meandering river. Perhaps I should try and win the lottery. River Weaver, not particularly wide at this point, is it? A Dodge. SRT8, I'll ask just in case anybody knows. Would that be the Dodge Charger, or would it be something completely different? Hell of a size though. Oops, a daisy. It shows you what you can't see. Bloody hell, you can barely see that indicator. Car stopped over there, so. Bearing in mind it is winter, I'm actually enjoying this ride here. Didn't think I'd find anywhere like this today. Right, we're at Whitchurch. Right, well, the A41 now. to see it's not just me out. Tarporley. Now we're back in Cheshire again. The experimental Chinese camera has stopped recording. Perhaps it didn't have a full charge on it. Maybe an actual recording of a moving image instead of a still image uses up more power. I don't know. speed camera along here somewhere. There it is. Wonder if there's one on my side as well. Well, at least the camera's still recording. They have a shy horse centre here. I think this is where we're coming to. Should take the missus there and I'll have to find out if I can get a wheelchair in.